Sometimes you're performing an exercise and you think it's just getting that little bit too easy. So you pop the biscuit on, aka a 1.25 kilogram plate, aka the smallest plate there is, and you almost tear your muscle off the bone. So you sit there thinking about all the years of effort you've put into the gym, all the protein you've consumed, all the gains made, undone by a 1.25 kilogram plate, just like that. And then you wonder how on earth you're meant to progressively overload if you can't even add 1.25 kilogram to your exercise. But let me tell you this, there's plenty of ways to progressively overload without adding weight to the bar. And this is by making it harder. And if you want to know how, I'm going to tell you while I destroy my legs, because it's leg day.
First off, you can add pauses at certain parts of the movement. Commonly, this is known as in the hole, aka the bottom part of the movement. So, for squat, for example, if I was to pause right here on the squat in the squatting position, then this would become a pause squat, which I actually do go on to do as my back down exercise. So, this again is a form of progressive overload because you are increasing time under tension. So, good examples of this are pause squats, as I just said. You can do pause bench press and even pause deadlifts. So, a good one I'm utilising at the moment is a double pause deadlift. So, you pause on the way up and then on the way back down. And again, this not only increases time under tension, but it also increases lat activation. So, they are also a good tool to utilise alongside your original exercise. You can also do isometric holds, so you can do bicep curls. So you can hold and squeeze at the top. Again, you're increasing that time under tension. You can do pause leg extensions. The options are endless. And for the main example of increasing time under tension, slow your reps down. If you don't think it'll make a difference, do a 4-second tempo squat or a 4-second tempo bench press for reps, and then say that. I dare you. Not only is this a really good tool to utilise for progressive overload, but this is also really good if you struggle with mind to muscle connection. Slowing your reps down and really feeling it working and really focusing on that mind to muscle connection really helps activate the muscle as well. If you do struggle with certain mind to muscle connections, try this. The next one is constant tension. So with certain exercises, you may not come all the way to the top or the start of the movement to ensure that tension isn't lost. This ensures that the muscle is placed under constant stress all throughout the movement. So this squat, for example, I would be looking to stop here before returning to the squat position. So I'm not going until my hips fully extend. Following on from this, we have resistance bands. This adds tension on the eccentric part of the movement, whereas with free weights, you would only have tension on the concentric part of the movement. This ensures that you have constant tension, aka you're making your muscles work harder. So, for example, the eccentric part of the movement on this RDL is right here. It's the lowering of the bar to the ground. So, gravity is kind of taking over. That's the best way to think of it. So, there's less tension on my muscle in this phase. So, if I was to do this as a banded movement, the resistance band would add constant tension to the eccentric phase, meaning I would have to fight back against the tension, meaning my muscles are going to work harder. Resistance bands are a great tool to utilise and they're not used enough in my opinion. Not only are they good for adding to your lifts, but they're really great for warming up as well. Even if you're really struggling with a mind to muscle connection on a certain day or you're just not feeling it, grabbing a resistance band and getting the blood flowing is a good way to increase pump, blood flow, and the mind to muscle connection. They're really good to utilise. Last but not least, and probably the most simple, add more reps. Increasing in reps is still progressive overload. Sure, it might not be flashy or fancy, but it is still a show of progress. Reps is still progressively overloading. If you can increase by 1 rep a week, you're doing amazing. So, there's a few things that you can implement to ensure progressive overload. Try them out and let me know what you think. If you'd like me to go into more detail about it, just drop me a comment and I can certainly do a more in-depth video on it explaining more. I really hope you guys found that useful. For now, I'm going to let you continue to watch me destroy my legs, and we're just in time for the pump check, so I'll leave it at that. See you soon.
That is the session done. That was a good session. So I started my new plan today. So I've gone back to like a push-pull legs full body split, just because it's what I want at the moment. It's what I enjoy, and training's about being, enjoying. So the plan is to get stronger, get jacked, take you along for the ride. So I had legs today, and it was fucking glorious. I loved every minute of it, which is what I've missed. I did hit some shoulders at the end, just some cable Y raises, just because, again, growing my shoulders, because it's one of my weaker points. But my legs really hurt at the moment. My quads are slowly starting to come through. The lighting's not very good in here. I'm struggling to tense. Everything hurts. But yeah, I was really happy with that session. I've not hit any arms today because obviously I'll be splitting my arms up now. I've got a bit of tendonitis at the minute again, so it's still hurting me. So I just want to give it a bit of a break. Being smart, not stupid. But I'm feeling good. Yeah, that's a really good session. I'm completely fasted. I've just had pre-workout. By the time this is uploaded, I would have done a voiceover for explaining how to progressively overload without weight. So I hope you found it helpful. I was going to talk about it in the gym, but being 5 o'clock in the morning, I was tired, training legs. I was focused on my session. I just wanted to get my session done and not have to worry about that as well. So I voiced over here, well, in the video, explaining about progressive overload. I hope you found it helpful. If you've got any questions, drop them in the comments and I can answer them for you. If there's any more topics you'd like me to speak on in or out of the gym, let me know, and I can certainly try and do that for you. But for now, I would say that's it. But I'm happy with that. So yeah, that was a good session. I'm happy with that. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment if you haven't. Every follow adds to my little baby legs, which really need the help. So do it for my quads, if nothing else. And I will see you tomorrow. We've got bench.